red light on the way home.
That's the
Good
best.
job. Good job,
Well,
buddy.
we're
Having
going
that
through.
At least I'm
Yeah.
consistent.
We're going through the summary right now of what happened.
Nice.
Last week on Dark Sun. Sean, would you like to give up the reins to Mike since
Do
everyone
I lose
was
my inspiration if I do?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fuck no.
Fuck you, Mike.
Ow.
I don't want him to either because I didn't take notes last session because I'm
Neither
terrible.
did I.
Nobody,
I never do.
nobody except for Aaron takes notes ever,
And
and
Aaron's
it's
notes
a
are
real
mostly
problem
just
because her character
faces.
can't read.
That's not
So
true
it's-
at all.
It's super.
I take
problematic.
notes. I took notes on Tasik, but then I lost his character
Well, that's unfortunate.
Fuck notes.
Yeah,
Nothing means anything.
He's gone, so the notes are gone. But anyway, yeah, she was threatened by our innkeeper. Basically saying that we should have taken the job for House, the one that's hard to pronounce. Give me
Rustin
just a second,
Blondo.
Yeah, Rustin Blondo.
Gesundheit.
There it is.
You wonder why you die. Anyway,
Saying that we should take the job for House Rustin Blondo. And, yeah, she informed us of this. Milo went and threatened him in return in a friendly fashion for Barbarian. And, yeah, me and Milo went to, his name starts with a V. He's the miner. He's the guy who was in charge of... If I had the map in front of me, I'd be able to tell you. His name doesn't actually start with a V, but that's the name I'm giving him.
yeah. Well,
I have it. Do you want
I
it?
also have.
I'm pretty sure I actually did write that down.
you did.
I was about to say, I'm 95% sure I did in fact write that down. Yeah, Baroness.
Fair anus, that's right.
Huh?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's how it's pronounced.
That's how it's gonna be, huh, guys?
Monster. Anyway,
Okay. There are 2 more
Yeah, we went to
tasks,
his place.
motherfucker.
yeah, we saw her well
You
the
have to
first
kill
one.
my mom and then kill my dad.
Yeah.
Oh, if only it were that easy.
But anyway, we went there and told him the mines were clear and insisted that he name them after Tasik. And then Milo approached me with a job that he had that he needed to do for this whole demon pact that he and Shrasa made. And I agreed. And I believe Shrasa went and made herself an infinity scarf out of Tasik's old armor as well.
True story.
Probably going to make some Ugg boots out of our Thrycrean's shells or something. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, I don't think anything else. Like there was some shopping that went on, but I can't remember anything else significant happening in that session. Nothing else comes to mind.
Doesn't it all?
Oh right, there was the job that me and Milo did. I remember.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, we went. We were taken out into the desert by a half elf in a hooded cloak who also worked for this Rakshasa, and we had to kill a person, and we killed them, somewhat successfully, in the sense of they are dead, and I also almost died.
But I mean, that's
That's every Thursday. And yeah, the guy in the hooded cloak had to do one more thing to finish his task. We all assumed it was kill me, but that wasn't it. And he gave us the names of the person's parents, which our characters don't know, but we know what the significance of that is.
That's right.
Yes.
you buddy.
And then you all proceeded to call me a motherfucker.
Yeah.
No, I don't care.
Glorious.
Okay,
But like
I-
gloriously.
I did broke
Beautiful.
it not losing my shit when you said it, though. So
yeah,
You
yeah,
did.
you kept a pretty good poker
You did a
face.
good job. Except for Sean. Sean golf clapped. Yeah, so. Absolutely. But I'm glad you all enjoyed it. And Sean, I don't. Does anybody recall anything that Sean missed? 'Cause I don't super recall anything.
I mean, we learned which guards were in front of a couple of the houses.
Cool.
I didn't. We got a shovel.
We know
did
who's
Yes,
get
we
part.
did get a shovel. That was
That
significant.
was terrible.
know-
Yeah, now you can bury party members.
Yeah, exactly.
So efficiently.
You mean Mike's characters?
Yeah, we
Yeah, I was about to say.
we can just
Yeah.
bury Mike every week.
It's just like Brian. I always choose one.
Yeah, we're just planting you,
That's right.
and you grow into a new character the next week.
That's right. It's exactly
I
like that.
adapt to the party's needs. Oh, we're lacking healing. Let's go Warlord. Oh, we need more damage. Okay, let's play something that does damage.
But doesn't
Not a lot that does Dark Knight. Pretty much barbarians, from what I've seen.
Yeah, seriously.
does anyone recall anything else that was missed?
I was pretty thorough.
I don't remember.
I mean, the one task that the bounty hunter had to do was giving a haircut,
Mhm.
little lady.
Yeah, he scalped it.
Yeah, she was a red mane.
That's
Yeah, because she had special magic hair
Mm-hmm.
that did magic hair things.
She had special magic hair.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Sean, congratulations. So go ahead and give yourself 1 point of inspiration. Feels good.
That was more often.
But you won't. I know. Alright. So. Now. Tell me. Lady and gentlemen. What day is it?
20th day of Breeze.
Good job.
I was so
had
ready.
I had it written down.
You know what? And if you had been the one to say it, I'd let you give another person inspiration. But Aaron always knows, so I don't. That's just inspiration. I would just be thrown away for no reason.
Yeah, that's true.
No reason.
That's right.
Yeah, but
But-
it's also goblin.
Let me see if that's true.
I can never decide if Dan's being serious about these or just totally guessing and hoping.
I have a 1 in 9 chance of being right.
20th
But this
I
time
just-
I am right 100%.
I
It
just
is-
choose to guess by opening up the monster manual, whatever page it turns to. I say that's what day it is.
It is. It
Did
is
the
not.
Roll20 character format change for anybody else?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is.
By the
So
way,
I
the
lost all
Roll20
my
character
shit.
format changed.
What happened?
So.
I don't have any of my features or traits anymore.
Ah!
Well, you're done.
Oh, yeah.
They should be there. I shouldn't have removed them.
Your data is in the simple version that can be re-enabled from the settings gear tab of the character sheet. Okay,
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm totally
fix
gonna do
it.
that instead.
I'm gonna fix it. Oh, Jesus, there's so much here. What do I click?
Alright, well,
Thank you.
anyway, while y'all decipher that, I will say y'all did learn a little more about the magic item that of which you acquired.
Oh yeah!
that
We learned the
Screamed
best
horror
item.
when I used it. Technically, I'm the only person who learned that, though,
That's
right?
true, you're the only one who knows that.
Yeah. Which is why I'm never going to use it again.
I don't, but it's a cool item.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice and magical, but I'm not down for torturing some entity that I don't even recognize.
Really, that's Faldir's line. That's the line for Faldir.
No?
I'm not okay with torture. Turning things into giant slime monsters, that's like, that's the natural
That's-
cycle. It's different.
That's
They were
a
gonna die
sentence,
regardless.
if
It's
you
like
think
the
about it.
trolley car
Exactly.
philosophy argument.
Very Golgari kind of view on things.
That's
it's
right.
recycling. Things
Mhm.
go from one to another.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, which brings me to my point, which is it is not Goblin. It is Pixie.
It was Pixie on the 19th.
No, it was Troll on the 19th.
Well, I don't know how to count days.
It is indeed Pixie. Which is the 20th. Let me see here.
What did I just do?
I don't
Racial.
know. I have no idea. It's just
It's just-
you just racialized the argument. That's all.
Rachel.
that happened. Boom. Boom. Anyway, so let me see here. There we go. So we'll go ahead and ease on into it. You guys have a nice peaceful rest. Sleep takes each of you. Milo's language proficient.
Everything's clickable now, and I keep clicking it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He is both racial and proficient in language.
That's right. I know language.
That's right. You have you add your proficiency modifier anytime you try to use language.
There you go. There you go.
That's pretty strong, actually, when
Yeah.
you think about it.
It's pretty bad that you have to roll for it. Because if you roll a nat 1, you fail at language.
I can't speak.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
But night does pass into day. You get a long rest. Those of you whom
Were
got up to
unconscious?
some troubles, the evening before. You slowly come to in the tavern that you guys spend oh so much time in, Porter's Reason, your favorite tavern, which I will now bring you to. Ba-doo.
Not so favorite anymore.
Yeah, we have some mixed. I'm gonna knock down some of the stars off my Yelp review probably. To be
Threatened
honest, at this point,
patron.
But in any event, you guys slowly awake this early morning. What do you guys? You guys just are gonna. You guys will wake up at around the same time, or just some of you wake up particularly early. I'm gonna say Faldir probably stays in.
I'm taking a.
Sleep the fuck
Yeah, I'm
in.
sleeping in. It was a rough night.
Yeah, Milo's gonna sleep in too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cled naturally sleeps in.
Okay. Strasa, are you the only one that wakes up early?
Strasser probably wakes up at the crack of fucking dawn and just sits and twiddles
Where is everyone?
because all of her asshole friends are still sleeping.
Okay. I will say Strasa this morning. Something a skosh unusual, as you can hear a crowd. Seems to be sort of murmuring outside. I mean,
Do I have a window?
you've heard people. No. You guys did not pay sufficient amount of of ceramic for a window.
There are no windows in Dark Sun.
No, there are windows in Dark Side. Windows into your soul. Anyway. But you can hear there's some sort of commotion going on downstairs. People seem to be chattering. There seems to be sort of a bit of a banter going on downstairs. Are you guys still doing the is it Milo and Strasa in the same room, and Faldir and Future Corpse in the same room?
I mean, I haven't been budgeting for more than that. I've been assuming that's the case. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you wake up and you know Milo is sleeping soundly, clutching his bricks, as is his way. Which he's down to 4 now, I believe.
That's right.
yeah, because he left one on Tassik's grave.
That's right. And yeah, you recognize that the mark upon your chest has changed, and you inherently have a knowing that there are only 2 tasks remaining now.
I'm gonna casually meander downstairs, and if I can't see the source of this hubbub.
Yeah, as you make your way downstairs, Cress is there, sort of moving unconscious patrons around, and removing their drinks from their clutches and such, and doing sort of a cleanup, if you will. And the bar is largely empty, as it tends to be early in the morning like this. But you can hear the commotion of the crowds. It's a bit louder, as it seems to be coming from outside. Cress gives
I'm
you a
just gonna-
nod as he sees you.
Morning, Cress. And I head towards the door.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way outside, and you can see that there's a sort of towards the gates of Traxidos. There's there's a sort of crowd that seems to be gathered. People are sort of muttering to each other and things of this nature.
Does it look like they're like gathered around looking at the gates, or is it just like
They seem to be gathered around looking at the
Shenanigans.
gates.
okay? I'm gonna kind of meander casually up to the back of the crowd.
You can see that towards the front there are guards sort of pushing people away, trying to keep things straighter. And over the archway of the gate, you can see that there's a man hanging from a noose there. You can see that his eyes are but bloody, hollow sockets. And there's his hands and feet seem to be bloody, mangled, ruins of what once was limbs. And he wears a sign about his chest that obviously you cannot read because
Yeah. Because I can't read.
because you can't read anything.
But I observed that there is indeed a sign
Yes,
with markings that appear to be words that some people can read.
that's right. And as you kind of gaze upon this image, you kind of are able to sort of squint and focus a little bit, and you can see that on his forehead, sort of carved in as though with a dagger, or not even a dagger, but with what seems to be a brand, blood still trickling down from it, sort of burned into his forehead, is the same symbol that you wear on your chest. The man
Cool beans.
has dark hair and stubble across his face. And a black hood is tattered, hanging back around his neck.
I'm gonna lean over to someone and be like, "Do you know what's going on? What does it say on the sign?"
Yeah, I don't know. Somehow nobody even knows who this man is. Something. People say it's a bad omen. Spirits of the desert reaching out this way.
Interesting. Thanks. And I'm just gonna head back to the tavern.
Absolutely. You head back to the tavern, and people kind of continue to mill about. You saw while you were there that there were the guards who were trying to push people away and stuff. They're specifically the town guards who are trying to sort of who are struggling right now as it is to sort of maintain a level of peace in the city and such.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna head back and wait for everybody to wake up.
Okay. A couple hours pass, 2, and everybody begins to come into consciousness once more. Exactly.
Leon.
Yes. Milo is in your room, so he wakes up, rolling over his bricks. You see that in your absence, he somehow grabbed the mattress that you guys that you normally sleep on. He's hugging it, crushing the sort of carrot pie that are stuffed inside of it.
So,
Morning.
what were you up to last night?
Mike dies. I kill Kled again.
Damn it!
His corpse is in the room with me. God damn it again!
That's right.
Just start plucking them. Quill. Kind of look down a bit sheepishly. All right. Look. Back when we were in the cave, and we had all fallen. I don't know why, but I saw Fajayad. I saw the decision you had to make. And so I spoke to him. They asked that I be given the task in your stead. I was not allowed to tell anyone about it. Cannot, except for one. But the task was completed last night. We have only 2 remaining.
So I assume I'm not allowed to know what you actually did.
It was part of the agreement.
Oh well. At least 1 down. Only 2 to go. This at least explains why I couldn't figure out where the hell my symbol was to take care of it.
Yes, I'm sorry. I wasn't sure that I could. I didn't want to violate
You're fine.
his.
I understand.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you had to make that decision.
It is what it is.
It was a tough choice.
Yeah.
You did the right thing.
Thanks, Milo.
And so you guys can go ahead and give yourselves 1 point of bonding.
Yee.
That's right. And of course, as is tradition,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We're at 7 now, right, Dan?
right?
that's right. But anyway, so you guys kind of have this serious moment. What do you do when you wake up, Faldir?
I'm probably going to go downstairs and get breakfast, whatever passes for that here. Which I assume is lizard steak.
That's one of
It's
the
all that's available ever.
No, there's more that's available. Y'all just are determined to never ever get anything more expensive than that.
That's true.
You guys basically have beef jerky every day.
We spend,
Every day.
spend
Yeah,
way
it's-
more
it's-
money on alcohol than we do anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
are basically
Some
in
of us do.
college, is the
I mean-
situation.
We subsist on ramen and beer.
They don't call it the Porter's Porterhouse Steak Shack. They call it the Porter's Reason.
That's right.
And that's what we get.
That's right.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So yeah. So you climb on down. He offers you things like, crawdloo eggs or anything like that.
Yeah, I'll have probably just some eggs. And I wait for other people to wake up. I feel like I'm the first person awake, and I'm just,
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel proud of
Lazy
yourself.
party.
never do anything.
Lazy party.
Everybody's just sitting on.
He died. As well, I kill him as well. Ah!
Everyone's dead. Oh shit! Ah!
It's just you, Milo. You and your bricks.
I'll name this one Trasa.
That's right,
And this
exactly.
one Baldi.
I'm still listening.
But you're dead though.
Yeah, exactly. But you watch over it from.
Yeah.
the grave.
Trust.
But yeah.
As
so,
I unknowingly murder your entire.
So apparently we're
bloodline.
just keeping the tradition of last session, which is at no time can the whole party be together.
That's right.
It is impossible.
So anyway, so he's eating his eggs with one hand.
Yeah.
Cled, you wake up to see that your room is now empty that you were sharing with Faldir.
Uh-oh. Would I hear the commotion outside?
Yeah, I mean you can hear that there's some hubbub going on outside, but it seems to have died. I mean, it's probably died down, so you probably don't really hear too much. Though there are still people, muttering about, but it's not unusual at this point.
Okay. Yeah, Cled's gonna wander downstairs and see what's up then. See if he can catch anyone on the way out.
I mean, there are a couple people who are in the tavern now at this point, sort of chatting about whatever.
What about party members?
As you make it downstairs, it's only Faldir is
He's in no mood to talk.
downstairs. He's sort of eating some eggs, and then his face begins to melt, and you're like, Faldir, no! No, that doesn't happen.
Faldir,
My
no!
That's precisely how he would react.
So, Faldir, you see Cled come on downstairs.
Morning.
Morning. Where's Milo and Strauss at?
Probably still in that room. I
Do
really
you
need
want
to see if I can talk to our fellow party members and see if we can start waking up earlier. Maybe we can get more out of the day.
Waking up early is for the trail. We're not on the trail.
But still, even here in town, there's still plenty for us to do.
You have to enjoy things while you still can, Faldir.
I mean, I enjoy plenty of things, really. Most of them involve, discovering new things out in the desert. Unfortunately, we don't get to do that very often. There's a lot of downtime here.
You know the best way to dwell on thoughts and come up with new ones is in sleep. Should try it out.
I don't know. I don't think that's true.
I don't see anyone prove me wrong. I mean, may as well try it. But we could be here all day and debate the semantics of this. Why don't we go wake up our fellow party members who are obviously sleeping in a little too late?
Yeah.
That's fair. Let's go see what they're up to. I finish my breakfast and we go over and knock on Strauss and Milo's room.
Yeah.
Milo and Strauss are building a tiny house of cards out of the 4 bricks.
Of course.
A house of cards out of bricks.
It's just a triangle on top of 1 brick.
There it is. That's impressive. If you manage...
But we knock it over every time, which is why it's taking us this long.
Yeah.
I don't know what I expected.
I gotcha. No. Yeah, you guys arrive and start knocking on their door around the same time their conversation has come to a conclusion.
I open the door.
Yeah.
Morning.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Wondering if you
Friends?
would like to join us downstairs and maybe we could discuss when we might get this whole trip underway.
Okay.
Or we could discuss up here. I mean,
All right.
do we still
Could, I don't
trust
know if you guys
Gus?
That's fair. That's actually a decent argument.
I have an understanding of the quest.
I'm sure you do.
Didn't you just pay your tab?
Yes, and I let him know that any further threats would add to my collection of heads. Paper.
Oh, Milo.
So you collect heads and bricks?
Mostly.
I suppose.
Are we planning to build stuff out of them? Is that the end goal?
You cannot build things out of heads. I have much to teach you, my friend.
Can that be my level 4 training?
You train with Milo.
Just Milo pointing out things that you can't build stuff out of. See that? Nope. Can't use that. Brick?
Bricks
Yeah.
are baked.
That?
Can't bake the heads.
We could try. I mean, I don't know.
Listen, you know, I'm saying a lot of things that aren't fundamentally true. But anyway.
Let's go downstairs and break our fast. We're heroes of the people. We're safe here.
Yes. Heroes.
I like that title.
It's our title.
Yes. So,
You guys head on downstairs. Crest is picking up your eggs and about to go throw them away, and then he sees you enter. He puts it down.
just sets it back.
Like, not concerned. He just looks at you, and there's a look of almost disappointment. And then he sets it back down.
He wasn't gonna throw that away. He was gonna toss that back in the bin.
He says, "Don't leave food."
I'll try not to. And in my head, I have this vague thought process of, if he ever leaves food unattended, I will do something entirely different to... No.
Okay.
Alright, so... I'm not entirely sure how to bring up the fact that we need to do training in like, an RP sense.
You say, you know, things are getting dangerous. We might need some training.
I need to get my shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're gonna embark on this
What
quest
else is
for an
new?
artifact, yeah,
Gotcha. There we go.
we're going to embark on a journey to capture an artifact. Perhaps we should get a better sense of ourselves, especially with a new dynamic in our group.
Yeah, we should probably take a fair bit of time to prepare, gather supplies, and
Take
perhaps
2
some
weeks,
training.
2 weeks or so, maybe.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Fucking push it.
Yes. This is exactly.
Yep.
It's 2 weeks total to get to Kled, right?
I believe so.
I mean, Cled's right there.
Yeah.
It's like one
Okay, I
round.
gotta go. I'll see
We're
you.
gonna make that. We're gonna make that joke all the way there.
Oh God, yes!
I hope you know that.
I see Kled.
This is his
This is the
punishment
reason
for
I'm gonna
constantly
be
making
unemployed. You
awful
guys are
puns.
taking my
He now
job.
is a pun.
That's right. Yeah, that's how this happens.
You either
That's right.
die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the pun.
That's right. Anyway, so I assume in some fashion you guys come to the conclusion that you all need to up your game, get some training,
Right.
in that sense. Who would like, well, I guess also, Milo, you need to acquire the funds for
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna take my new tricycle and fucking sell it off at the friend in hand place that we've been to.
there's something really sad about that.
There's something sad, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Milo has no idea.
Well,
No, it's just.
I thought the ultimate would have been if you'd have given it to Strauss as a gift.
She can't use it. It's too advanced for a monk.
I think she can, but whatever.
Really? Are monks proficient with martial?
I think they're proficient with them.
A good
They
question
are.
that I don't have the answer to.
Yeah, they are.
Is a cleric though?
There are like very specific weapons that monks are proficient in, I believe.
But anyway.
I can sell some other shit.
No, it turns
I got
out that
other
Strauss got some special training with her and her sister as children with a tricycle.
She recognizes it.
Okay, I
It
mean,
No,
looks
she
almost
doesn't recognize
identical
it.
to the one her sister has.
No, she
I
doesn't
mean-
recognize this one. But you know, no, that doesn't happen.
How much is it for training?
80 schmeckles.
80 ceramic, yeah.
Yes,
80?
80 pieces.
I'm literally 2 ceramics off from being able to loan to Milo.
Have I mentioned that it's my favorite thing to calculate everything in bits? Because I just need to bring that up again this session.
Literally every time you buy something.
Every session, every time.
Anytime
you
anything
money.
money related is involved,
Yeah.
I feel so rich, you guys, because I do everything in bits.
Yeah,
I'm
I keep
By a
count.
factor of 100.
Do,
It just
how does
seems
your
like
bank
so
account
much
work?
more.
You like you tell her no, please, in pennies. How much do I have?
Yeah, please, sis. No, so I'm actually 1 ceramic piece away from being able to. I'm actually 8 bits away from being able to afford this shit. So if
Oh,
someone
yeah.
can spot me,
I will absolutely spot you 8 bits. I've got a metric shit ton of money right now.
What?
I don't
Really?
spend money ever.
Yeah, I don't either.
except when you bribe people, you bribe her.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
then steal the armor back and make a necklace out of it.
That's right.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I will gladly accept one piece from my friend Valdir, and then I will not sell the tricycle.
Okay.
Just one piece?
This one, I had 79, man.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Looking poetry.
All right. Cool.
Do we get a bonding point because I gave him one? No.
you go, kid. I shine your shoes.
We just all sit around passing ceramic.
We're just
back and forth.
constantly just trading money back and forth.
Yeah, we're best friends.
No, none of this happens.
All right. Alright.
Instead, you guys go off to get your train. So, who wants to go first? What is your methodology? So go ahead and spend your 80 ceramic pieces, or 800 bits, depending on if you're a hoarder or not.
I think I would like to go to Porgo,
Okay.
and I'm gonna invite our new buddy, as well,
The Cled.
Cled, as he's known. Cled, the Cled. Cled, there's an arena. There's a move there. It's the trainer of the men. I trained with him before, along with our friend who fell. He knows what he's about. If you're looking for martial training, he would be a good resource to. Tasik and I became a capable fighting unit together under his tutelage.
Is it a place where I'm able to spread my wings?
And you die instantly.
There's an open arena. He says, getting nothing. It's an open arena. You could, yes, I suppose.
I'm in. Let's go.
Good. We'll go to Porgo.
That's right. You head on over to Porgo. Sure thing. So you make your way through the various charming locales of the place, and there's still sort of an edge to everywhere that you travel at this point. As you make your way to sort of Arena Square. It's not so bad on the journey there, but once you actually make it into that area, all the bars are kind of the taverns and fighting areas are sort of there's a real sort of cutoff between all of them, where there's clearly each one with their own allegiances to their own house, sort of a real standoffish kind of situation. I will say, Milo, as you guys pass the furnace to the place of once great training, you see Satchet and his son wave at you, and his son immediately does the bow as well, and Satchet just waves. But you see that they are currently being guarded by Restemblando guards. Like sort of in that area, they're sort of there to maintain the peace in some capacity.
Okay.
And as you make your way into the arena, you can see that it's fairly dull. There's not as much activity as there was previously. Entering into the arena itself, you can see that on the sands there are a couple of gladiators practicing. Most of them look fairly green. And you see Porgo is kind of sitting in the corner, sort of watching, resting his head in his one hand, sort of snarling at the group. Just a reminder, Porgo's a fairly tall mull, bald of head, of course, with only one arm and a whip on his waist. You can see that he's got some tattooing, particularly at the center of his chest. There's this, you can see the remnants of what was once a very ornate tattoo that seems to have been blacked out in some capacity. And he kind of furrows his brow as he recognizes you, Milo. He rises to his feet, and he sort of heads over towards you. Well, Looks like somebody made it fucking back.
Indeed. Greetings, Doctore.
He nods. And he kind of gives a stern look. And he kind of looks at him for a while. And then a smile curls across his face. Welcome back, you fucking bastard! And he gives you a slap on the shoulder and hugs you with his one arm. Ah, I've been hearing all about the fucking shit you've been getting up to, you and your lads. And he says, man, the stories I hear, if half of them are true, fuck, if any of them are true, I'd be fucking impressed.
We've been most fortunate.
Hold on, let me see. Is that a new head on your belt? Let me take a look at that. Aw, you motherfucker. That's a creepy bastard there. That's a fucking defiler or some shit?
I call him Mr. Smiley.
I don't... you name him, alright? Well, that's fucking strange. And where's that little son of a bitch I knew, huh? Where'd he go? Where is he? He's not far behind you. I know his short little legs can't carry him as quick.
Face kind of falls. The waist has him now.
He kind of nods. Well, the sand always drinks its blood.
Died well. Fought bravely.
Good.
This is Cled, newest member of the Sundered Blade.
Alright, Cled, I'm Porgo.
Nice to meet you, Porgo.
And he kind of gives a sort of stern nod, and then he looks over. Right. So I heard you've been laying bricks and shit.
I have been.
You ready to get
studying
some real fucking training?
Yes, Doctore.
And what are you here to learn?
Need to get stronger. Need to be faster. Need to keep those around me safe.
Right. He looks over towards Cled. And what are you looking to learn?
Tactics. I like to be able to utilize openings and leave them for my allies.
Kind of looks at the group of you. And he says, right. I'll tell you what. He says, I'll set something up for you. You come in the eventide, and we'll get you taken care of. Alright? Both of you.
Yes, Doctor.
I'll be there.
He takes your payment, of course. And you can see that, the arena's a little sparse nowadays. Not as many fighting men and ladies, of course, or beasts. But there's. You think it's not so much that he is, he's exactly like in need of the money, but he's more in need of sort of something to do.
Yeah.
Instead of just looking over these raw recruits. What do the rest of you do?
I'm going to go visit the lender again and be very wary this time, since I know that he works for Anika and she kind of mentioned that maybe she wanted to kill us.
Okay. Do you seek him during the day or at night?
At night.
Okay.
Also, would I have heard the same commotion that Shasa heard enough to go out and investigate the crowd outside with the person who's hung with their eyes burned and
Their eyes were
all
burned
that?
out. Their forehead was burnt. Their eyes were just.
Oh, their eyes
missing.
were cut out. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
You would know that if you were there.
Key distinction.
I mean, Trust didn't say anything, but I guess you might have heard a rumor around town. Because I'll say that while everybody else was going to set up their training regimes, you were just hanging around at the bar and you might have heard something. What are you inquiring about?
I'm just mostly curious about what the signs said,
Um,
and whether or not I would have seen it to recognize who it was.
So I'll say that the guards were in the process of taking it down. But if you made the journey, I would say you would have wandered on out and saw who it was. And the sign said,
Somebody's got to do it, man.
I guess.
What if there were just a whole party of people who couldn't read?
And we'd have a real rough time.
Yeah, that would be pretty rough.
I'm not happy about that. Okay, good.
Do you frown?
Yes, I frown deeply.
Are we
Although
gonna get
I
to know
picture
about
my
it later?
character is usually has this kind of perpetual kind of scowl at
Yeah.
all times.
You clench your fist and then remember, and then you clench the other one.
Yeah, exactly.
Phantom limb syndrome.
I make my fist have no hand at the end of that limb.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. Didn't you commission a hand
yeah.
from someone
Yeah.
last session? Yeah.
I got a ceramic hand now.
Does it
Or
work, or
I-
is it just
I'm ready
like...
to break it just several. I can use it to support my blowgun. But
It's a Lannister
it
hand.
doesn't have opposable.
You can go like this.
Yeah. It's,
Without moving his wrist, though, he has to move his whole
It's a
arm to do it.
handister?
yeah, it's kind of does one of these moves.
You
Anyway,
can block swords with it.
You can try all sorts of things.
I feel like ceramic hand is not exactly the most
Sturdy.
structurally stable.
Mhm.
thing
It
to
is
block a
when the
sword with.
weapons are made out of ceramic.
Yeah, and buddy, this was made by the Master Sachet.
That's right. I mean, you did pay like 5
Sure.
ceramics for it, which can get you a pretty solid hand. So
Noted.
Yeah.
And you gotta hand it to him. Sachet's a master craftsman.
Keep that in mind. For when I lose my other hand, undoubtedly.
So, you're gonna go ahead and make your way to Happy Fun Place.
I don't believe.
Well, I mean, are you gonna do anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So, night does, of course, come upon the city, and you make your way into Emporium Square. Your leg probably still bothering you from your misadventures with slime.
Mhm.
And now there's kind of a more sort of concern that the eyes follow you with. People are a little more afraid. The only worrisome part of that is that you're not sure if they're afraid of you or to be associated with you. Or perhaps it's a bit of both. But the elven markets do persist. Trade still flows. Ceramic, truly the sort of pulse of Alterac. And by this time, you know his rounds reasonably well. And as you wait in sort of a dark alley, you hear coming down the street the familiar as the cane of the lender makes its way through the street.
I approach him when I see him.
His eyes kind of narrow as he watches you. He stops.
Greetings. I was wondering if you would be willing to show me to another person who might give me training.
He gives another broad smile, eerily large, his white teeth in the dark. Well, aren't you a bold one? I assume
So I've
you
been
know
told.
who my master is. Or at least who
Yes.
thinks they are my master.
Lady Anika, I assume.
She's none too pleased with you.
This I have also heard.
What sort of training are you looking for?
I'm looking for more knowledge on poisons again, but where better to harvest them and what type of creatures in the wastes carry them. What more knowledge on creatures of the wastes, I suppose, is probably the best way to describe what I'm looking for.
He nods. And he says, I think I know just the man. He says, meet me tomorrow night. Here. And then we'll talk.
Thank you.
He nods. Turns to leave. Down a dark alleyway once more. His regal and shining clothes of various colors. Very strange in darkness. Shrasa! Where do
It's
you
me.
go?
Hi. I'm gonna wait till evening and then head back over to my friend Dorillo at the House of Blessed Waters.
Okay. You head on over to good old boy Dorillo. And he smiles upon seeing you. You enter the House of Blessed Waters, and people are there in large degree, and you can see that there's a particularly large sum of guards there. Both of all the stripes, right? Everybody seems to be kind of keeping an eye on everybody else. As you make your way into this location, right? People are sort of mulling about in a kind of odd way. There's a definite element of sort of like unease, and everybody sort of untrusting with each other. But the water still flows from the Temple of Blessed Waters. The large droplet, blue, sort of shining above over the in the underside of the dome, and around each of the walls in this open air sort of area where there's hard tile floor, that of which is swept regularly by some sort of acolyte of some fashion. And as the day is winding down, the final patron is showing their clay tablet indicating how much water they are to be given. And Dorillo personally pouring the water from the well to them. He turns and sees you and smiles. He's a short man, human, with a sort of crown of white hair, sort of largely bald on top, with just the sort of horseshoe that hangs down a little bit past his ears. He approaches you in his pale robes, almost white, but definitely with a hint of blue to them. And he smiles. Strasser. He spits on the ground in front of him.
Dorillo, and I also spit on the ground.
He steps forward, his sandals sort of creaking on the hard tile, and opens his arms out to give you a hug.
I hug him.
Yeah. He pats you on the back. And he says, it warms my heart. And I can feel the water in my veins running anew to see you.
It's good to see you as well.
He smiles. Everyone is talking about how the mines will be reopened. And they say that it is you and yours to thank.
Yeah, it was definitely adventure, but the minds are clear now.
He nods, and he says, the water in everyone's veins boils. The city boils. You must remain calm. I do not know what will happen next. But it seems the action of yours are like a stone thrown into still waters, and ripples are rolling across it. Be careful which stone you throw, Tressa.
Doing my best.
There is little more that you can do. Tell me, why are you here, Tressa?
I'd like to expand my healing capabilities.
He nods. I heard it told that you came back with a different companion than once you left.
We lost Tasik to the wastes.
But even in death, our water still flows, only in a different direction. Remember that. Come tomorrow evening, at around this time. Your training can begin.
Thank you.
He smiles.
I turn and walk out.
So, is there anything you guys are going to be doing as you guys bumble around during this time period? Are you guys just getting in the zone? Montage time.
Well, if I happen to see Milo, I want to have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, though you have your suspicions of the characters who live, and work around the Porter's reason, you guys are still determined to live there.
Continue to have conversations there all the time. Not Karen. Yeah. I'm sure it'll be.
At least we're consistent.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the people. We're heroes of the people. We're our people.
That's right.
We're like gods
Yeah,
to
half
them.
the bar will rise up to defend us. I'm sure.
And
Oh yeah.
of course, I will tell you that upon you guys' arrival during midday or so, returning back home. What is your home? You are celebrated as heroes, still sort of celebrities to a degree. Though unfortunately, Crest still demands that you pay for all your food and the like.
What an asshole. Jesus.
That dick.
But yeah, you guys definitely and the crowd you can see is definitely larger more consistently you guys have been here the last couple of days. This seems to be a place where sort of like more and more. It was previously a place where kind of like scummy, dangerous people went to, or in this regard. But now it's becoming more and more of an attraction for sort of, in part to see you guys, but also.
Yeah.
Because this seems to be sort of a hub that stands outside of the various houses.
Could you say they now have a reason to go there?
God damn it.
All right. Okay. All right. I'll kill you. At the end.
It was worth it.
No.
No, it wasn't.
Was it though?
Listen,
imagine
you know what I'm
there's,
gonna do every time you make a
there's-
pun? This. Get ready for that.
No,
That's gonna
no, because we all
We're-
suffer. It's against the
You
Geneva
must.
Convention. You can't do that.
I can do whatever I want. I'm the devil.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I imagine there's like groups of people who like try